deep in the emerald shadows of the Japanese mountains, something is watching. It doesn't blink and it doesn't fear you. It is roughly the size of a human thumb, armored in orange and black, and equipped with a pair of mandibles that can crush the skull of a beetle like a dry twig. This is the Japanese giant hornet, known to the locals as the giant sparrow bee, but known to the rest of the world by a much more sinister name, the murder hornet. But why is this specific insect so much more terrifying than a common wasp? The answer isn't just in its size or its aggression. The real horror lies hidden inside its stinger. Most insects sting to defend themselves. This creature stings to liquidate the very essence of its enemies. When you look at a Japanese giant hornet, the first thing that hits you is the scale. Imagine a wasp, then double its size, then double it again. Their wingspan can reach 3 inches, creating a low, rhythmic thrumming sound that vibrates in your chest before you even see them. But they can fly at 25 miles per hour, making them one of the fastest insects on the planet. If one decides you are a threat, there is no outrunning it. But the physical presence is just the delivery system for a biological chemical weapon that feels like it was designed in a laboratory for the sole purpose of inflicting agony. To understand why this hornet is a master of destruction, we have to look at the chemistry. Most bees and wasps have venom that causes a sharp, localized pain. It's meant to tell you to go away. But the Japanese giant hornet's venom is a sophisticated cocktail of death. Scientists call it Mandaratoxin. It is a powerful neurotoxin, but that's only half the story. The venom also contains cytolytic peptides. In plain English, these are chemicals that literally dissolve cellular tissue. When that quarter-inch long stinger sinks into your skin, it doesn't just inject a toxin, it begins a process of liquefaction. It starts to melt skin and the muscle fibers around the wound. People who have survived a sting describe it as a hot nail being driven into their flesh and then twisted. But the horror is more than skin deep. This venom is designed to travel. Once it enters the bloodstream, the neurotoxins begin their work on the nervous system. In high enough doses, the venom can cause multi-organ failure. It attacks the kidneys, essentially shutting down the body's filtration system. It can cause the blood to stop clotting correctly, leading to internal hemorrhaging. This isn't just a sting, it's a systemic biological shutdown. And unlike a honeybee, which loses its stinger and dies after one attack, the Japanese giant hornet is a repeat offender. It can pump this chemical cocktail into you over and over again, each strike adding more of the flesh-dissolving toxin to your system. What makes them even more dangerous is their intelligence and their social coordination. These hornets are the ultimate raiders. They have a particular taste for honeybee larvae, which they use to feed their own young. When a scout hornet finds a honeybee hive, it doesn't attack immediately. Instead, it leaves a chemical trail, a pheromone marker that screams "dinner is here" to its sisters. Within minutes, a small strike team of 30 hornets arrives. They don't use their stingers for this part. They use their massive serrated mandibles to decapitate the bees. A single hornet can kill 40 bees a minute. In just a few hours, 30 hornets can slaughter a colony of 30,000 bees, leaving a carpet of headless bodies behind. Once the defense is gone, the hornets move in to steal the pupae and larvae, carrying them back to their nests like a grocery run. However, nature has a way of fighting back. The native Japanese honeybees have evolved a desperate cinematic defense mechanism called the hot defensive bee ball. Since they cannot pierce the hornet's armor, they use the hornet's own biology against it. When a scout hornet enters the hive, the bees don't run, they swarm it. Hundreds of bees cover the hornet, vibrating their wing muscles with incredible intensity. This isn't to crush the hornet, it's to generate heat. They raise the temperature inside the ball to exactly 117 degrees Fahrenheit. The honeybees can survive this temperature, but the hornet cannot. They literally cook the scout alive before it can call for reinforcements. It is a high-stakes gamble where a single degree of difference means life or death for the entire colony. But humans aren't so lucky. In Japan, these hornets kill dozens of people every single year. Most of these deaths occur because the victims stumble too close to a nest, which are often hidden underground or in the hollows of rotting trees. When the colony feels threatened, they release an alarm pheromone. This scent is sweet, almost like bananas, but for a human, it is the smell of impending doom. It tells every hornet in the vicinity to stop what they are doing and attack the source of the smell. They will chase a target for miles, relentless and unforgiving. Even the way they feed their young is a display of biological efficiency. The adult hornets actually cannot digest solid food. After they raid a beehive, they chew the larvae into a paste and feed it to their own hornet larvae. In return, the larvae secrete a clear, high-energy liquid called Vespa amino acid mixture. The adults drink this juice, giving them the incredible stamina they need to fly long distances and carry out their brutal raids. It is a circular economy of violence and survival, powered by a sugar-rich liquid that keeps the killing machines running. In recent years, the world was shocked when these murder hornets were spotted in North America. The fear wasn't just for people, but for the local ecosystem. Unlike the Japanese honeybees, Western honeybees have no defense against these giants. They don't know the trick of the heat ball. They simply stand and die. If these hornets were to establish a permanent foothold, they could single-handedly collapse the pollination networks that our entire food supply relies on. It is a battle of survival played out on a microscopic chemical level in a massive ecological scale. The Japanese giant hornet is a reminder that nature doesn't care about our comfort. It is a creature of pure, calculated efficiency. It carries a weapon that can melt flesh and shut down organs, paired with an intelligence that allows it to coordinate massacres. It is beautiful in its complexity and terrifying in its capability. We call them murder hornets, as if they have a choice, but the truth is much simpler. They are just the ultimate masters of their domain, armed with a chemical sting that ensures they stay at the top of the food chain. When you hear that low, heavy thrum in the woods, you don't stay to investigate, you run. Because once the skin starts to dissolve, it's already too late.